Good morning. I look like a complete mess, but today is just going to be a cleaning day. Oh, welcome back to another week in my life vlog. So, yeah, today I'm just going to be cleaning, and, excuse me, I feel like I'm having a really hard time, keeping myself on track with everything I need to do today. I haven't dusted in a while, so I really need to dust. The floors need to be mopped, and I'm just trying to keep myself on track because I've got a ton of laundry that needs to be done. So what I've done so far, other than feeding my kid and doing a load of dishes, is I've got the dog washed, which needed to happen, and then I've got all of her bedding in the wash right now because I hate having a clean dog and then putting her into a crate with dirty bedding. That makes sense? If she stinks, then her bedding probably stinks. So her bedding's in the wash. Such a spoiled dog. She has a pillow with a blanket, and I should probably just do a whole video on DIY pet beds because I made it myself. I mean, I didn't go out to the store. I had an extra pillow and an extra blanket, and I made a bed. So, and then I have a blanket that drapes over the top of her crate, but sometimes she chews on it. I don't know how she does it. She sucks it into the crate and chews on it, so it's slobbery and gross. So all of that's done. I brought up the clothes from the basement that were on hangers. When I wash my clothes, they either go into a laundry basket, and that's things that need to go into drawers, or things that go into the bathroom, towels and stuff like that. They go on a shelf in there. Or if they're things that go on hangers, primarily Mike's work clothes, though we have our hoodies as well that we like to hang on hangers. Those get hung on hangers, and then so everything that was on hangers in the basement wasn't a lot. There's a few things. They got brought upstairs, got put away. Yeah, so I was tidying up our bedroom a little bit. Got the bed made. Can't really see it from this angle, but it's made. I don't know if you guys are noticing. I mean, I know I just did a tongue thing, but I had a little bit of this perfume left. And when I get down to just a couple sprays left of a perfume, typically by then I'm kind of over that smell. So I use it as a bedroom spray to make my bedroom smell good. And this one is the Oahu Coconut Sunset, and it's really good. I just used it for pretty much the entire month of August, and I'm just kind of over it. So I switched out, and so I just sprayed my bedroom with this stuff, and I'm inhaling it. It's floating around in here still. So I'm tasting it, and it's so gross. So anyways, that was a great face. Yeah. That's what I've accomplished this morning. I have a giant pile of laundry and a laundry basket needs to go down to the basement. I don't know if I want to take it right now or take it in a little bit. Because like I said, I've got Molly's bedding in the wash, so it's not I can directly put it into the wash. So it's why not just hold off taking it downstairs until I can put it in the washing machine. And then I need to take a load of stuff to Goodwill. You guys if you've been watching my other vlogs, then you know what I'm talking about. It's that pile of junk that's been sitting on top of the dresser in the kitchen for a while. That needs to go. It's just I'm really bad about hopping from project to project until nothing officially gets finished. So, for instance, now I'm here vlogging instead of out there dusting and doing stuff like that. So that's just something that I struggle with. When we first moved in here, if you've been following me for a while, then you already know. But if you're newish, I inherited my grandmother's house. I feel like I've said this a million times. And she had a lot of stuff. And so we went from shoving all of her stuff in her house, which she had a lot of stuff, and then trying to combine our household full of stuff into the house and trying to sort through things and clear through things. And we literally just had piles of stuff. Our garage was packed full of stuff. The basement was packed full of stuff. There was just stuff cluttered up everywhere. It was a hot mess. And I felt like I could never get the place cleaned or organized because I would hop. I'd be oh, here's a few things, and I'll take care of this. And then I'd flutter into the kitchen and take care of a couple things, and flutter into the living room. So even though I felt like I was constantly taking things to Goodwill, putting things away, organizing, it didn't look like it because we literally just had tons and tons and tons of stuff. And I wasn't keeping myself to one area and be okay, today I'm going to tackle the living room and get everything in the living room cleaned and organized and put away. And so for probably the first 6 months that we lived here, it looked like I wasn't doing anything. And I kept feeling aggravated because it's this place isn't coming along, but I feel like I keep doing stuff. And I'm not exaggerating. We're talking about how much stuff there was. My grandma and my grandpa were kind of hoarder. My grandpa was definitely a hoarder. There was literally a path in the garage to get from the door to his wood burning stove, and he had barrels like big plastic brown barrels just full of who knows what. And my grandma had to clean all that out when he passed away. But that was like where my grandpa kept most of his hoard, and my grandma kept her hoard in the basement. And then they had a lot of stuff upstairs, like in the livable part of the house, but it was more of an organized hoard. I don't know if you guys can hear my son or not. He's out there watching cartoons and squealing. He's on his Johnny jumper, so he's totally safe. But yeah, there was just tons and tons of stuff. And like I said, my husband and I moved in here, and we had a 3-bedroom trailer before we moved in here, which was still a smaller space, but we had a lot of stuff. It was fully furnished. So it was just, oh my gosh, there's so much stuff. And it wasn't until like 6 months in that I finally like had to make myself focus and think, okay, today I am doing the living room, and if I don't know where something goes, it's getting pushed into the dining room until I'll figure it out later. And I like forced myself to do that from room to room until we finally pretty much got the place cleared out, and it's our stuff and it's what we want. But it's been a while since I've done a deep clean, and I feel like things are starting to pile up. So I need to like, like there's like right here on my dresser. I know you guys can't see it, but there's such like a pile of crap. I'll turn around and let you just see it. So at one point in time, this was all cleaned off, and now it's piled full of clothing, and there's a bed sheet, and my husband's video games got brought in here for whatever reason, and all this stuff is supposed to be there. That's where it stays. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have much else up there other than my jewelry box that's supposed to be up there, but it's just piled high full of stuff that I need to focus on and put it away. But yeah, so that's like stuff I need to buckle down and pick up, clean up, do something with. Anybody else like that, where things just kind of clutter and then you don't keep on top of it, it just continues to pile? I'm like that. Maybe I'll put off doing the Goodwill haul till tomorrow, or run till tomorrow, and see if I don't find more stuff to take. So I'm looking at a shirt right now that I love, but it's got a hole in it. It's a tiny hole. But I'm trying to like stop wearing clothes that have holes in it. I'm horribly bad about holding on to clothes with holing. Like, I just need to send it on its way, you know, but it's not that bad. So somebody might really want it, because I think it's something expensive. I think it's a, oh, what is it? Oh, I'm not going to be able to think about it without looking at the shirt. It is a Calvin Klein. It's a super cute, just gauzy top, but it's got a tiny little pinhole in it that somebody else, like, might not care about, but I'm trying to like not wear stuff like that. And I've got a Victoria's Secret shirt up there that I don't wear anymore, so I need to like sell that. That's something else I want to do today, is list a bunch of stuff I don't use anymore and sell it. So tons of stuff I need to get done, and here I am chatting. So I'll check in with you guys a little bit later on. So in the 2 years that we've lived here, I have not been able to figure out how to open windows. They're like a double casement, they're super old, they're wooden framed, they're rickety. Like, there are some that I've tried to open and I'm afraid I'm going to break them. And they all have to have like wooden sticks up in there. I don't know if you can see that. It's like way, I don't think you guys are going to be able to see that from this angle. I'll turn around in a minute, but you have to have like sticks in there to like hold the inner window up. But then you have the outer window that covers up the screen. And I, for the life of me, have not been able to figure out in the last 2 years how to open that. And several times my mom said that my grandma had to like unscrew them and she stored them in the garage, which I never remembered her doing that. But I opened up this window today to clean, like, you know, the inner part of the window. And I just gave that inner glass a little bit of a tug to see if I could slide it up, because it looks like it should slide up, and it popped out. So I either just figured out how to open up my windows or I broke it. And I really don't think I can put it back in by myself, mostly because the inside window, the wooden part, like, wants to slide down if it doesn't have the wood stick in there. And the dowel rod that's in there is not long enough to keep the window like all the way open. It's mostly open, but it's about like a fourth of the way still closed. And I don't think I can put that thing in there without some help to keep the other window open. Hopefully we can put it back in, and hopefully we've finally figured out how to open the windows, because it would be so nice to be able to just have the windows open. Because Banjo has not been able to do this in 2 years, and when we lived in our trailer, he lived in our open window area. He loved it. I know it'd be good to be able to put the inner window back in for, like, you know, winter time. There's a small part of me that's like almost okay with just throwing them out, or if we can't get it back in, it's not gonna really hurt my feelings any, because it's so nice to be able to get like a fresh breeze. And for the last 2 years, the only open window we've had is on our screen door. And I think that window, to be honest, is kind of broken. The glass is slid down, so the screen is open, but I can't get the glass to come back up. So that's like the only way we've gotten fresh air in here in the last 2 years. We don't have a screen on the back door because it broke, like it wouldn't latch anymore, so we just took it off because it was like flapping around back there, and we have like a light on the back porch, not the back porch, but like the back steps, and that screen door is like blowing around and it like hit the light and busted it, so now that's broken back there. So it would be nice to put in a new screen door. Oh, Oliver's getting in up here. He just discovered that the window's open. So it'd be nice to get the screen on the back replaced, or the screen door back there replaced, so that we can have the door in the front open and the door in the back open. But, and then the basement doors, the screen door in the basement, I don't think the window on that slides down. I don't remember. Maybe I have opened that before. I'm not sure. Because I know there's been some times when we've like made pancakes and smoked up the house and I've opened up the basement door. But, I don't know. It's been a while. Maybe that one does open. But, anyway, I just thought I'd talk to you guys about that because I've either just broken my window or I figured out how to open them. So I'm going to wait until Mike gets home. We're going to putt around with this, see if we can get the glass to go back in. If we can, then we could probably take the glass out of all the windows, and that would be fabulous. I love having the windows open during the day. It just cools the whole house down. You don't have to run your AC. Oh, that'd be lovely. I'm not really sure how he managed to do that, but he did that while I was talking to you. And I looked over, and he's in his jumper inside of his toy. He was jumping. There he goes. Silly kid. Now he's in it like this. I had taken him out, pushed the thing over to the side, pulled the couch out, start cleaning behind it. Came up from cleaning behind there, and he was like this. What are you doing? You're silly. Look at you. Okay, I thought I'd do a little bit of a check-in with you. I think it's like 1:30-ish. I've been cleaning all day. I'm tired, and I feel like I haven't made a full, honestly, I haven't made a full dent. The living room's done, and I did half the dining room. But I've done more than that because I've done 2 loads of dishes. I've done 3 or 4 loads of laundry. Currently I've got like all of my curtains in the dryer. They need to come up. I just heard it buzz. And then all of my shears were in the wash, so they need to go into the dryer. And that basket of laundry I had in the bedroom needs to go downstairs. I washed the dog. I trimmed her up. I didn't full on groom her, but you know, trimmed her potty patch, trimmed up around her face, you know, scissored around her feet, and clipped her toenails. So that got done. It just feels like a never-ending amount of stuff that needs to be done. But I'm working on making lunch right now for me and Levi. Levi's currently sleeping, so I'm trying to be kind of quietish. I'm doing up like macaroni and cheese. I've got chicken baking in the oven that I'm going to chop up and put into the mac and cheese, and then I'm putting peas in. I love it like that. Does anybody else put peas in their mac and cheese? My husband thinks I'm weird, but hopefully Levi likes it. Somebody to eat it with me. I have to see if he likes tuna, because I like tuna in my mac and cheese too. Again, my husband thinks I'm weird for that. So, yeah, I've got like half the dining room left that needs to be cleaned, and then I need to do the kitchen. So, last time I talked to you, I told you that I had gotten the inner window out of my casement window, and I've so far been able to slide up one more casement window and take the window out of another window. So I'll show you guys that. But let me turn around and I'll show you everything that I've been working on. I know Ashley Bates, you mentioned that you were wanting a house tour. This is gonna kind of feel like one. Not showing everything, but my house is small. You guys are gonna be like, oh, I've seen all of this, because you've literally been in every room of my house. So I'll turn you around though, and I'll show you what I've been doing. Okay, so living room. This stuff needs to go in the trash, but the screen door wakes Levi up because it's rickety, so I can't take trash out until he wakes up. But throwing that stuff out, I've got my hooks for my curtains up there, but Curtains are all down. Everything's been clean. I've kind of wiped down the walls a little bit. Windexed everything that needs to be Windexed. Dusted everything. Cleaned the ceiling fan. Mopped. Swept the floor. The carpet has stains on it. I don't want to replace it until Levi is older because I feel like if we get a new one, it's just going to get more stains on it. It's not bad, but it does have stains. This is his toy area. I like sanitized his toys like with Lysol. This needs to get put back into the middle of the room. This is kind of what my living room looks like. I cleaned that whole area off right here. That was a mess. And I cleaned all of this and Windexed it all. As for the windows, hi buddy. So we've got the inner window here, and then there's an outer window that goes right here, which is currently out of the screen. I don't know if you guys can kind of see it in here. Let me see up there. I don't think you guys can see it, but there's 2 window panes in here. Like if I was to lift this up, there'd be another window pane on the other side. Actually, I can show it to you better in the kitchen. But that's the second window I was able to get out. So now we have 2 windows open. Dusted that. Cleaned that ceiling fan, and then I pulled out the whole dining room table, and I cleaned the floors underneath and dusted everything. Windexed all of the windows, dusted around the fish tank. Molly's bed is all put back together. She's clean, it's clean, everything's clean. Here is what I'm talking about. So we have this big outer window, or inner window, sorry. And then in here is the casement window. This one I was only able to get to slide up. I couldn't get it to pop out. But that gives me 3 windows plus the screen door. So that's good. So that's all clean. All of this needs to either get put away or what have you. I got a pile of stuff down there. Like, I don't know what Mike wants to do with this cord, so he needs to look at that. And then I need to wipe down the table because I had some dirty, dusty paper towels sitting on it. Then I need to sweep and mop this half of the dining room. I need to sort through all of this because I've got a ton of baby clothes up here that I was trying to sell and like never got them sold. So I need to go through and relist those and then put all of these in the back room. This is a bra my mom gave me from Sonoma, and it's too small. So I don't really know what to do about that because Sonoma's all the way in Indianapolis. So I need to take care of all these bills. Then these go to the toy box. These cords, Mike needs to decide what we're doing with that. These are baby socks that need to get put away. And all this needs to come down and get dusted. This deodorant is like breaking Mike out. This and Axe. Like he uses either of these and it causes a rash. So he was going to give these to his dad and see if his dad wanted them, but then never got around to giving them to him. So they're there for now. And then all that needs to get dusted, Windexed. This needs to get sorted out. I don't know what's going on with all this stuff. I'm thinking about selling this fish tank that's back here. It's a 10-gallon. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. I just put it in the basement for now. Some of Mike's tools, they just got put there. I'm thinking about sliding them underneath of this. That might look a little bit better. And then dusting over here is what needs to happen over here. I need to Windex my mirror. And then the kitchen I haven't even touched yet, so it's just a mess. I've got all my dishes over there in the drainer draining. Water boiling on the stove for mac and cheese, chicken in the oven, a pile of recyclables because my recycling trash can is overflowing. Again, I can't take anything outside until Levi wakes up or I'll wake him up. And then my floors need to be swept and mopped. You can tell they're a little dusty, a little grody. I don't know what that spot is down there, but there's something stuck down there. It needs to get cleaned. And then I need to sweep and mop in the hallway and then the back porch. So that's my goal for today, is to get kitchen done, get the dining room done, back porch, and hallway done. And then that'll leave 3 bedrooms and the bathroom. So that's just kind of how things are coming along today, but I'll check in a little bit later on. So if you guys have been watching me for a while, then you know my grandpa passed away in our house. Actually, right there where the couch is at. He had a hospital bed in here. It's right there. And ever since we moved in, we've had a weird and wacky things happen. We haven't had anything happen in a long time. But today, this chair right here in the dining room that's turned towards the living room as if somebody's sitting in it, I keep turning it around and pushing it in. And then I will come back through and it'll be turned like you just seen it. That is the 3rd time this afternoon that I've come in and found that chair turned. Wondering if it'll happen again. If it does, I will let you guys know. So it happened again. I stepped outside to take some trash out, and Levi was at the door, and when I came back in, the chairs got pushed. They're all, that one's turned like it's facing, and they're all pushed back there by the fish tank. Good morning, it is Tuesday, and we are here at the Plasma Center, just waiting for them to open. We have like another 10 minutes to go. I was gonna wait until later to start vlogging. It's like a fly or something in here. Yes, Nugget. What are you doing? Really? Anyway, I was looking through Facebook, and I seen on the local Humane Society page where they were like showcasing some of their dogs, and the one that was like the forefront was the dog that was like on the forefront of the page. It was like a little brown Shih Tzu named Teddy, and they were going on and on about like how sweet he is and how good of a dog he is and blah 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 blah. Bullshit. I've groomed that dog. Okay, back when I used to work at the grooming salon here in town, his owners brought him into me because like I was the apprentice, so I was like super cheap. And that dog tried to bite me so many times. I had to tether him. Like, normally you have like a thing around their neck and just to, you know, kind of keep him stable, and that's it. Well, I had to put another one to like tie him into the bar because he kept trying to bite me. And I remember my boss saying, grab him by the nuts and see if that helps. And I literally had to give this dog pretty much a hand job, and I had to hold him by the nuts to get him to stop trying to bite me because he thought I was going to squeeze his balls. And that dog was not nice. And when the owners came to pick him up, they were like, oh, did you have any problems? And I was like, well, he tried to bite me a couple times, but of course, like, I'm trying to get my foot in the door, I'm trying to get started, I'm trying to build clients, so of course I was like, but overall, he was okay. And they were like, oh, good, his last groomer said that he always tried to bite her, and so she didn't want to take him back anymore, and said that, you know, they got him secondhand, I guess. They adopted him from somebody else. And I guess I forget if they'd gone through a couple of different groomers or just the one groomer, but the groomer that he had, if I remember right, he had a couple different groomers, but the one that he had with his original owners, the new owners tried to take him to them, and they said they didn't want to take him back. I later on seen posts on Facebook where the owners were, well, the lady was saying that the dog tried to bite her and tried to bite her son, and she was asking for training advice. And I gotta give it to her. She put up with that dog for several years. But he's like 9 now, and that's been 2 or 3 years ago since I did him, so I didn't even know 6. And man, that dog, no thanks. So and I think it's such false advertisement because they're on there being like, oh, he's such a good boy, he's good with kids, and blah 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 blah. What's the matter? What's wrong? Maybe you shouldn't throw him. There he goes. So be cautious of used dogs. I'm not saying there aren't good ones out there. I'm just saying sometimes they're not what they appear to be, because that dog, no thanks. So donations went really well. He's annoyed with me talking. He wanted that on him, so I put it on him when we got in the car. But I just thought I'd come on here and have some real talk with you guys about adulting and real life stuff. So our car insurance is due today, and we don't get paid till Friday, and we don't have the money in the bank for it. So I have the money on my plasma card, and I'm here, and I'm hoping, because it's supposed to be an automatic withdraw. Personally, I don't like doing those because of things like this, when it's like, shit, I don't have the money in the bank, and I could use like a 3 to 4 day grace period, which typically when you have to come in and pay something, you know, that kind of a deal, you typically have a few days of a grace period. And with automatic withdrawals, like, they show up at your bank and they're like, hey, we're here to get your money, and if it's not banked, then like you go negative, and it's a big freaking problem. Part of why I don't like to write checks, because if you write a check and it doesn't get cashed when you think it's going to get cashed, and it can be out for a while and you forget about it, I've had this happen, and then you get boned so hard by the bank. So I'm here at my insurance company, which is something that I would highly recommend anybody to do. The one that I go through is called Killingback Insurance. It's just local, so I mean, if you're in the Kokomo area for Indiana, then you could probably find this place and use them. Reference me, I'll get like a $10 gift card to Target. But if you're like out of state or something, look into a insurance, I don't know exactly what you would call them, but they handle your insurance accounts, and they handle all kinds of different insurances, and they help set you up with a payment plan. And we currently have Progressive for car insurance, and I got with them, I don't know, when I was like 20, 21, something like that, when I got my own insurance and off my parents, and I was paying like, I don't know, $76 a month, something like that. And that was with an accident on my record, and that was with a sports car, and I was paying like full coverage on it. And when my husband and I got together, we were dating, we were talking about, you know, insurances and stuff like that. And he has a good driving record. He's never had an accident. He's well into his 30s, so he's not like young and dumb like I would have been considered, because when we got together I was 22 and he was 30. And like I said, I was paying like $76 a month for insurance, and he was paying like $120, and he had like a 4-door sedan. Like, it wasn't a sports car like I had. And he went directly through Progressive to get his car insurance, and I went through Killingback, and they work with the insurance companies to get you the best deal possible. So we switched him over to my insurance policy. We pay, I think, $120 a month for full coverage on 2 cars, one of which is a 2016. We bought it brand new a year ago. Or is it a 2015? 2015, 2016. I think it's 2016. We bought it brand new. We've had it for a full year, so maybe it was 2015. Anyways, we bought it new like a year or 2 ago, and we have full coverage on it with roadside assistance, yada yada. And then he has a sports car, 2-door Grand Prix GTP with the supercharger in it and all that stuff. And we pay and his car has full coverage with roadside assistance, yada yada. And we pay $120 a month for both cars, where he was paying like $100 and some odd dollars a month for one car when he went directly just through Progressive himself. So then we also have our homeowners and renters insurance through them. They handle all of it for us, and it's awesome. And if you have a problem, like I had to make a late payment on my homeowners a couple of weeks ago, and I should have a 4-day grace period, and I came in like a day after it was due to pay it. And the company had already tried to send out a letter of cancellation, and Killingback got on the phone with them and was like, look, she has a 4-day grace period, she's made all of her payments on time, like there's no reason for you to be canceling this. I think it was whenever Memorial Day holiday was, because it was due that Monday, and I came in that Tuesday because I couldn't pay it on Monday because nothing was open. So anyways, you know, they got on the phone and they fought for me, and they got it taken care of, and everything should be good to go. So, like, I highly recommend finding one of these places. This is just like a local owned business. It's not like a nationwide thing, but they are worth it. Let me tell you what, they are freaking worth it. So, adulting done right, maybe? I don't know. You need one of these places. They're awesome. Hey guys, just doing a little bit of check-in. It's, oh, I don't know, 2:30, 3 o'clock, something like that. I got 2 videos filmed. One is talking about why I quit working at grooming salons. So that'll be going up on Thursday. So I can link that down below because it'll be up before this video. And then I got another one up, or filmed, for how to film videos on your iPhone. I know when you're first starting out, you might not know how to do all of that. So I know I didn't. I struggled. And I was talking to my friend Haley about it last night, and she didn't know how to do it either. So I thought, you know, there's probably a lot of other people out there who just don't know how to film YouTube videos on their iPhone. So that'll be going up next week. But Levi's up from his nap, so we are outside playing. And probably gonna open up the sandbox, let him play in there a little bit. I haven't let him be in there a whole lot this summer. So just because it's such a mess. He has sand in his pants, and I know he loves it, but it is like, it's everywhere. And it's not like you just shake him off and it's done outside. No, you bring him in to change him, and it's in his diapers, and it goes all over his changing table. It's a mess. But the neighbor's dog's out here, and he's yelling at it. But yeah, I just thought I'd check in with you guys. We're just hanging out here. So I don't know. Talk to you a little later on. Good morning. It is Wednesday, and I already started at the beginning of this clip, got halfway through what I was doing and realized that it wasn't filming, so fantastic. I got a package from my friend here on YouTube. Her name is Tara. Her channel name is Tara Loves Mac. I will leave a channel link down below if you guys want to go check her out. But she sent me a package of goodies. I thought it was mostly just for Levi. She said she sent me a couple of things, but she sent me quite a bit of expensive things. So thank you. But I'll go ahead and show you guys everything I was unboxing. I was halfway through the unboxing, or pretty much done with it, when I realized that I didn't hit record. So I'm sorry about that, but I'll still show you guys everything she sent me. So she sent me the Too Faced chocolate bar, which, girl, I don't know why you wanted to get rid of this. The colors in here are going to be gorgeous for fall. I'm sure you guys can't see them from this distance, but there's some really pretty shimmery browns, and I feel like shimmery browns is just going to be a very popular look for fall. I've seen a lot of YouTubers starting to wear it, so I'm really excited to play with this. I've never played with any of the Too Faced chocolate bars before. I don't know that I've ever tried Too Faced makeup, to be honest with you. I don't know that I've ever used it. It feels really soft. So I'm excited to give these a go. I know you can't see it from here, but I'm excited to play with this. And it smells good, but it doesn't really smell like chocolate. It's kind of like a chemical-y smell. It's kind of weird. I know it's supposed to smell like chocolate. And she also sent me the NYX Contour and Highlight Powder palette. I'm really excited about these shades down here. There's like a really light skin toned powder, which reminds me a lot of the powder in, I'm sorry about this light. I don't know, is this gonna make things better? Can you guys at least see me now? I don't know. We're getting the rest of Hurricane Irma today. I know that makes it sound really bad. She's literally just a thunderstorm now. She's not even thundering, really. She's just kind of drizzly. But we're getting the rest of the effects of the storm. So the outside lighting is horrible, and then clearly my overhead lighting isn't doing any good either. I don't know. Is this better? Is this worse? Maybe if I unscrew this bulb, it's a little warm. What do we think? Is that better? Is that worse? I think it looks worse. Ooh, that bright light. Anyways, there's a couple of powders in here that I'm really excited about. One reminds me of a Wet n Wild powder that I'm almost out of that I love for setting the under eyes. So, really excited about that. Then she also sent me these Chanel shoes, which unfortunately don't fit my feet. I used to be a solid 9. And then I got pregnant with my son, and now I'm a solid 10. If you didn't know, getting pregnant can change your shoe size. I've heard it before, and it definitely happened to me. So these are too small. So if you want these back, Tara, I will send them back to you, because I'm sure these are expensive. Maybe you can give them to your sister or something like that. Then she also sent me this tank top, which is a really pretty color. And I've been needing some new tanks. I just haven't gotten around to getting out to buying any. So that's a nice replacement, because Lord knows I need them. I just went through and threw out all the ones with holes in them, because I'm horrible about hoarding clothes that has holes in it. And then she sent me a handful of samples. This milk one I'm surprised you didn't want anymore. It's what is it? Milk Makeup Sunshine Skin Tint. Maybe it had more in it and she got the one that was her skin color. I don't know. But they've been all over YouTube, so I'm interested to play with it. There was a couple other samples too, but I'm not sure where they got set. She sent some clothes for Levi, which is what I thought she was mostly sending. So she's got some jeans here for him. There's things that Mason didn't get around to wearing. And girl, I don't know why you didn't want to like just take these back for a refund and then get things in Mason's size. Like, I don't know. But some jeans, but she's been needing some more pants anyways. I've been working on getting him things for his fall and winter wardrobe. So jeans and pants are things he's needing. Cute little t-shirt, which is going to go with everything. I might just wear that today. That'd be a cute outfit. And then some shorts. Maybe I'll have him in this today, because we're not going anywhere. We're going to be in the house. And I feel like it's warm in here. Like, even though it's kind of chilly outside and it's drizzly, I have the windows open, but I still feel like it's warm in here. So maybe I'll put him in this for today, because that'd be really, really cute. And then she sent this tank for him as well, which is adorable. And, you know, we're getting on to fall here. We're kind of in the 60s and 70s, but I still feel like we're going to end up getting an Indian summer, which is where, like, you know, it's warm and summery, and then the temperature drops as it gets cooler, and then it spikes back up to like the 80s, sometimes into the 90s. But right now it's kind of like cool in the summer, or sorry, cool in the morning, and then it gets warmer by the afternoon. So I feel like this is going to be really cute with his jean jacket and a pair of blue jeans. I think that would be really adorable. That's my iron supplements. I'm about to pull that out and be like, she sent me pills. They're my iron supplements for donating plasma. There's a few more samples down here. There's, I don't really know what this is. It's from Yes St. Lauren, 8 hours of beauty, sleep, and a click. So we'll play with this. I'm not really sure what it is. It looks like makeup, but it sounds like some kind of like a beauty serum. And there's something else down here too. From Too Faced, it's the glitter glue. So I don't know if I have any glitter to use that with. And then she sent me like a whole little cute makeup bag full of more stuff. So there's the Essence Volume Styling Curl and Hold Mascara. There's a Ultimate Anti-Aging Cream from Algenist. And there's a little MAC eyeshadow. It's called Crystal Avalanche. There's a NYX powder in here. It's the Chromatic Illuminating highlighter. That looks really pretty. Oh man, that's like Moonbeam. That's what it makes me think of. Moonbeam. It's really pretty. It's a really pretty highlighter. There's a couple of it. Oh, there's one essential oil in here. It was reflecting off of this e.l.f. palette. It looked like there was two laying on top. It's tea tree oil from the Body Shop. I used to use this back when I was in high school and I had horrible acne. Somebody told me to use tea tree oil on it. It didn't work. It didn't clear it up. I also tried it on a wart I had one time and didn't do anything for that either. So I think if you're looking to use tea tree oil for either of those reasons, you can kind of check that off your list because it don't work. Then she sent me an e.l.f. palette. Those are really pretty colors and blushes. I really like those colors. Those are really pretty. I'm surprised you didn't want this stuff. Girl, this stuff is so pretty. Micellar water. I've never tried this before. Did you try it and not like it? I don't know. I'll give it a go. I mean, I can do a review on this stuff if you're interested. I'm the kind of person, like, I use a washcloth and baby soap, and it takes all my makeup off. So, like, I never buy this kind of stuff because in the baby soap, like, I've got, like, a tiny travel size, and it's lasted me nearly a year. Like, a little bit of that goes a long way, but I'd like to give this a go, so thank you. You're just spoiling me, girl. I don't know. What are you thinking? Purity Made Simple 3-in-1 cleanser for face and eyes. There's a L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. Looks like a foundation, like a powder foundation. So definitely give that a go. I kind of really got into powder foundations this summer. I'm trying to open it, can't figure it out. There we go. Yeah, oh, that feels really nice. I don't know why I'm trying to show it to you guys. I know you guys can't see it. But I really got into powder foundations this summer, so I might hang on to this for next summer. I just feel like powder foundations in the summer just does really good things for my skin, especially like if I start to sweat any, it just kind of absorbs it all, but it still looks really nice, versus having a liquid on my face during the summer and I get all sweaty and it just like melts off. Do you like that? Melts off. So there's a brow product in here. Micro Crown brow product. This looks like it would probably be too light for my eyebrows. But I might send a couple more things to Haley because I don't know, did I mention this already? I'm doing a makeup swap with another one of my YouTube friends here, and her name's Haley Smith. I'll leave a channel link down below. For whatever, we know the reason. I got the address wrong, and the package got sent back. So I might include a few of these things to send to Haley as well. This is really pretty. It's a mattifying compact powder. So that's nice. And what else is in here? Which I'm kind of sort of glad that the package got sent back because I think I have a couple of perfumes I want to send her too. So I was going through my perfumes the other day, and like I had a horrible habit a few years ago when I had a Victoria's Secret credit card, which by the way can also be used at Bath and Body Works. And I had a horrible habit of just going in and buying everything without smelling it and then getting home and being like, I don't like this. So I've got a couple that I'm not like the biggest fan of, so I think I'm going to send it to her. They're not bad. One just is super sweet, almost smells like candy. I'm trying to read this, figure out what it is, I can't focus. It's from Caudalie Being Perfect Concentrated Brightening Essence. I'm not really sure what that is. Interesting. I'll have to get online and figure it out. And then there's the L'Oreal Infallible Total Coverage Foundation. Did you not like this? I've heard so many good things about this foundation. I'm surprised you didn't like it. But gotta go and see. And that is everything. So girl, you spoiled me. Like, she told me she was sending things for Levi. She mostly sent stuff for me. Oh my gosh, girl. That's so sweet. I feel bad because I didn't send you anything. But thank you. I'm so excited to put these on. I love this tank top. The colors on this. They're just gonna make his blue eyes pop. I'm so excited about this. Maybe I'll do this in his jeans. I don't know. I haven't dressed him today. He's hanging out in his diaper right now. But when you get all this stuff away, I need to do dishes. My mom's dog is coming over today. She needs to get trimmed up. I don't think I'm doing a total groom on her. I'm just kind of trimming her up. And I guess we'll just see where the day takes us. So I haven't done a check-in pretty much all day. But if you guys remember how, like, on Monday I told you that the dining room chair kept getting turned around. Well, Levi hasn't really had much of a nap today. I put him down the first time. He slept like 10 minutes, and then there was like a really bad car accident at the end of our street by the highway, and it was so loud you could hear it. It woke him up. I would show you guys a picture that I took to show Mike, but I feel like it would pretty much give away my location if anybody's seen this and knew my town or my area. So I'm not going to post that, but it was pretty bad. Thankfully, nobody got hurt. Both of the drivers got out of the cars. One guy kept rubbing his shoulder, but sounds like everybody was okay. Looked like everybody was okay. I did call 911, and the police department took way longer to get there than they should have. But anyways, what is on the floor? Oh, it's a dog toy. Anyways, as I was mentioning, I had to put Levi down for a nap like twice today because he just like wasn't wanting to sleep. He just got up. He's hungry, so I was giving him a little bit of something to eat, and I got him out of bed, brought him in here, put him in his high chair here, and went to the kitchen to get his food and heat it up. When I came back in here, that chair was turned, and there's now a sweater draped over it, which I know for a fact was in the laundry in the bathroom because it's dirty. It's my husband's sweater. So that's really super freaking creepy. And I know Levi didn't turn the chair around, and I don't know how that sweater ended up in here, but it's freaking creepy that is here. And then I wasn't sure I wanted to talk about this on my channel yet. I don't know exactly how I want to go about doing it, but I feel like it's a good segue considering what's going on right now. I found out last night that one of my ex-boyfriends, oh, speaking of, which makes this even creepier. Okay, let me just explain this. And it just clicked in my head. Oh my gosh. It better not be fucking him, let me tell you that. Okay. Last Tuesday on the 4th, one of my ex-boyfriends from high school died. I don't know how, I don't know why. Quite frankly, I don't really care, and I'm kind of glad he's gone. I was a junior in high school when I dated him, for like on and off for like a year, but it was a bad relationship. He was mentally, emotionally, and sexually abusive. There's a lot that went on that I've never really talked about. After we broke up, I had like this huge mental breakdown. I ended up going into therapy. He stalked me. He sent me death threats. He vandalized property, and that went on for years up until I met my husband. And I was like 18 when him and I officially broke up and, you know, cut off contact. And he tried contacting me a few times, and I just never responded, or I never really had much to say to him. And then he still like caused problems up until I met my husband, and I met my husband when I was 22. So that's, you know, several years. And yeah, he ended up dying. And I might do a video talking about the relationship. I've thought about talking about it before because I feel like maybe it would help other women who are also in abusive relationships. But I don't know. Like, I don't like talking about it. Levi is running out of food. Okay, so the reason that this particular hoodie is creepy is because it's a hoodie from Brown County, Indiana. My husband and I took a trip there earlier this year. We had a lot of fun. We really enjoyed ourselves. What's fucking creepy about it is that Me and that ex-boyfriend with my parents when I was in high school took a trip to Brown County, Indiana. I don't know if you guys can read that or not. Oh my goodness. Brown County. Out of all the hoodies, and there's a shit ton of laundry in here. I will show you because I am backed up. I haven't done laundry in a while, and I'm not ashamed. Out of all of that down there, and there's a total laundry basket in there too. That's full. Out of all of that in there, this is the hoodie that ends up on my freaking dining room table. No. Joshua Michael, you better get the fuck out of my house because I don't want you here. There you go. I don't care if you guys know his name. He's a fucking piece of shit. I'm glad he's dead. I feel free knowing that he's gone. I'll go dance on his grave. And it's freaking creepy that that chair keeps spinning around. And now that that hoodie ended up in there. Freaking creeping me out. I know if you're new to my channel, you probably think I'm a nutcase. But I've had creepy things happen in my house all the time. Thinking it was my grandpa. My mom said that she walked through and put a blessing on my house and asked, you know, for good things a few months ago. We haven't had anything happen in months. And then for that chair to start turning around, and then for me to find out yesterday that my ex died last week, and now this chair keeps spinning, and that hoodie ended up in there, freaking creeping me out. Guys, I'm really getting freaked out. After talking to you a second ago, I went to the bathroom. And I came back in and was taking Levi out of his high chair to put him into his jumper. And it sounded like, while I was in the middle of cleaning him, like something up here fell and several of the glass pieces knocked around. And I looked up there and it doesn't look like anything's fallen over. Like, even here I'm shaking it and it's not doing anything. But it sounded like these things just got hit and like nothing broke, nothing fell. But it was like a large clattering of glass. So creepy. Something else just happened. And maybe I shouldn't have said his name. But I went down to the basement to get some laundry. And I came back upstairs and I found these sitting here on the dresser here in the kitchen. And Levi had a bit of a sniffly nose today. He's kind of been on and off with sniffles. I don't know if he's catching a cold or if it's teething. But this morning I got this one out of the cabinet, which is a daytime sniffly mucus relief thing. And I had it here on the island, right? Makes sense. These ones were all left in the cabinet. That one's for cough. This one's mucus relief for nighttime. And this one's ibuprofen. And they were all in the medicine cabinet. Which is here in the kitchen, but they were all in the cabinet. And I never set medicine over there on the whatchamacallit, I never set medicine over there. Freaking creepy. Hey guys, it is Thursday, and I wanted to start this vlog now because Levi is sitting still and I can probably show you something. So let me turn you around really quickly. So can you guys see this little spot here on his neck? I don't want to say it looks like a hickey because it's not like the shape of lips, obviously, but it's like, you know, when you get a hickey and your capillaries break, it's kind of that, where it looks like the blood vessels popped here, like when you get a hickey, is how I should be saying it. My husband thinks it's because his neck rubs here, and that's what caused it, but he doesn't have one on the other side. So we discovered it yesterday when he was putting him in his pajamas, and we can't figure out what it's from. He won't let me show you, but it's pretty big. So it kind of freaked me out when I found that, especially after like the stuff that was happening last night. I've heard of... Let me turn the volume down. I've heard of, you know, people having paranormal things happen that involve them ending up with bruises. Do you want to be on the camera? Say hi. Oh, TV's back on. I've heard of that, but I've never personally had it happen. So it kind of freaked me out when I seen it, because like I said, he didn't have it on him yesterday when he woke up. He's never had it before, and we didn't see it until last night when we took his pajamas off. or not his pajamas, his regular clothes. We were putting him in his pajamas, and we seen it. And my husband thinks it's where his neck is rubbing, but his neck is like that on both sides. And it's been like that for a long time, and I don't know why it would be now that he has it. I'm not saying that this is something that is paranormal. It's just weird, and it's like, what caused this? You know, why do you have this mark on you? Where did this come from? So, a little freaky. But nothing else happened last night. Shortly after my last update, Mike came home, and I don't know, other than finding that mark on Levi. And I don't know if nothing else happened because Mike came home, or because whatever was going on used up too much of its energy. I know I probably sound like a nutcase to people out there, so I don't know. I think I'm just gonna stop talking about all this stuff, because I feel like the more I talk about it, the more things happen. I broke my own rule last night talking about it in the house. I never talk about this stuff in the house, and I did, and here I am doing it again today. So I think we're just gonna drop it, and I'll just do a My House is Haunted update later and tell you guys all about it. And I'll let you know if there's anything else that happens. But what are you doing? So I'm thinking today about going thrift shopping. I haven't gone thrift shopping in a long time, and I kind of want to do a thrift store haul. So I don't know. I'm back and forth on either going to the Family Dollar and just buying a bunch of stuff at Family Dollar, because people seem to really like those hauls. But I've also never done a thrift store haul, so I think that would be fun too. But we will see where the day takes us. So anyways, I don't know. Could you guys hear the music that was going on back there? If not, then I sound like an idiot. Or look like an idiot. Anyways, I did my makeup today. I used the Too Faced chocolate bar palette that Tara so kindly gave to me, and I'm loving it. I think it's really, really nice. I like those shadows, the sparkly brown ones. Anyway, my favorite pair of jeans just chubbed out. I feel like that should be a term. That should be a saying. You know, when you get the chub rub and then they chub out, they just finally give up. The chub rub goes all the way through and you have a hole. They just chub out. Okay? Yeah. I think that should be a thing. Anyways, I got a hole in the inner thigh of my jeans. And I've got like 60 bucks from grooming a couple of dogs this week. And I've been thinking about doing a thrifting haul here on my channel. I've never done one before. I know that I like watching them, so hopefully you guys will like watching one too. But I think we're gonna go out to town and hit up a couple of thrift stores. Hopefully I can find me a pair of jeans and maybe some other stuff. So I will definitely be having a whole haul of everything that I buy, but I will take you guys with me to the shops right now. Okay, that place was a flop. It was not a consignment shop. Some of you might have already known that as soon as I was showing it to you. I didn't know that. I'd never been in there. She said she's been there for 5 years, but I don't know how she's staying in business in this town. But they sell like really expensive clothes. Like, I don't know if you guys have heard of Pagonia. Pagonia. I don't know that I'm even pronouncing it correctly. I used to see it advertised when I used to do the Yurtle thing. If you guys are like a real OG and been here with me a hot minute, you probably remember when I used to do Yurtle hauls. Rest in peace, Yurtle. Online garage sale site for anybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about. But I had heard a rumor going around that that place was a consignment shop, and from the outside, like, it doesn't look like one. P.F. Hendricks and Company. It doesn't look like a consignment shop, honestly, but I had heard from a couple of different people that that was a consignment shop. So I was like, okay, we'll go see what they have. Some of their stuff was like $150, and I think it was like a shirt I was looking at, and I was like, no. Don't touch anything. I can't afford this. Don't break it, don't touch it, don't look at it, just walk out of the store, you know? And then the lady was like I told her, you know, she's like, oh, have you ever been in here before? And I was like, honestly, I thought this was a consignment shop. Obviously it's not. And so I was trying to leave, and she's like, oh, well, you know, I understand. She's like, I'm pretty pricey. I'm probably the most expensive place in town. And then she's like, I have got these kid sunglasses. She's like looking at Levi, and she's like, oh, he's got the most beautiful eyes, which we get that a lot. And she was like, here, I've got these kid sunglasses, and they're so durable, and they're, oh, what are they called? Polarized. and she's on and on about how I need to buy these sunglasses for him and trying to show me how durable they are. And while she's doing that, are you talking? You got things to say? Yeah. So there was a big doggy in their store, wasn't there? Probably the biggest doggy you've ever seen. Had a really big lab. He was a good dog. Sweet. Kind of followed us around. He liked him, and the dog liked him. But yeah, she was like twisting them and showing me how durable they are, and she said kids keep them on because they're polarized. And while she's twisting it, the lens pops out. Now I didn't look at them because I had no intention of buying them, because he has a cheap pair that we got from the Greentown Festival that we went to a couple months ago, and he won't keep them on. And these were like the exact same pair of glasses except for that they're polarized. And I was like, you know, he's got a pair, he won't wear them. And she's like, but they're polarized and leave them on because they're polarized. And I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure they don't leave them on because they're polarized. I know my son, he'll take it right off, but she kept telling me, oh, he'll leave them on because they're polarized. But anyway, she was like twisting the frame trying to show me that they're durable, and like the lens popped out. And she's like, oh, well, you know, sitting here for 5 years, and me doing this for 5 years finally just caused the lens to pop out. And it's like, that was probably a $20 pair of kids sunglasses. I mean, I didn't look at the price, but just judging by everything else in the store, it was probably like a $20 pair of sunglasses. And then of course she's like, but they're, what is it, under warranty and they'll replace them. And I'm like, no thank you. But anyways, we're gonna head over to this other place in town that I know for sure is a thrift store. Okay, so we're at our friend's closet. This is a place that I can afford. Well, that place was a flop. It also said that it's probably not very handicap accessible. The front door does not open automatically, which, being the kind of place it is, I mean, I don't really expect it to. He's getting on one. He's getting fussy. I'm sorry. Anyway, the dressing rooms, like, I couldn't fit his stroller through the door of the dressing rooms, and he doesn't have a very big stroller. I could get like half it, but I couldn't get the back wheels in, which means if I couldn't get his stroller in, anybody who was handicapped and in a wheelchair couldn't get in. So those are just kind of things I'm starting to notice now that I have to carry around a stroller, and I'm starting to be more aware of like, oh, if I can't fit here, like somebody who's handicapped probably can't fit here either. So that's kind of annoying. I had to leave his stroller outside of the fitting room, which I don't like doing, but it wasn't very busy in there, so, and thankfully nothing happened. But it's just one of those, it's expensive, you know? It was an expensive gift and I don't want to lose it. Anyways, as for jeans, I didn't find any. I tried on several pairs. They had 2 pairs of A&A, which I got so excited about because I love A&A jeans. I will leave a link down below to a video I did just like reviewing them. You can get them at JCPenney's, and when they're on sale, they're like $20 to $25, and I'm fine with that price tag. But their regular price is about $50, and I personally, like, I am a cheap shopper. The shirt I'm currently wearing is $6. The leggings I have on were like 15, if that. And I like things to be affordable, and I like to share affordable clothing and makeup. And I mean, sometimes I show things that aren't so affordable, but a lot of times I get them second hand. Somebody just pulled in next to me, so they're gonna watch me vlog. Anyway, I'm just not, I don't like spending a ton of money on clothes, because I've had expensive clothes, and a lot of times they fall apart just as quickly as inexpensive clothes. So I was hoping to find some nice stuff here at the at our friend's closet, but they just have a whole lot in my size range that was, I felt, youthful. And that's something that you do have to take into consideration with this place, is that they have a lot of older women running the store. The owner of the place is pretty young. She's probably only in her 40s, but the ladies who like work it are like every bit of 60 plus, and so a lot of the clothes that end up coming in that get accepted are like something that an older woman would like, not something so youthful. So it kind of makes it hard. But anyways, back to the A&A jeans that I found. I think they're A&A short jeans, or because it didn't say short on the label, but they didn't say regular and they didn't say tall. They clearly weren't tall, and I don't think they were regular. But they could have also been regulars and been the kind that just show your ankles, because I know that was kind of trendy here this past spring. But I'm not a big fan of like above your ankle kind of short kind of jeans. It's not really my thing. I like them to come down to a decent length right above my foot, and they were too short. They were above my ankle. And the other jeans I tried on, one pair was too small and the other pair was too big. And then I found 2 shirts that I liked, but I didn't love them. You're okay, Nugget. I know. You'd rather be at home playing. You don't want to be out shopping. Typical boy. I'm sorry. We can't just always stay at home and play. He had a toy and he threw it. Anyway, one of the things about thrift shopping when you're plus size is that it can be really hard to find anything. Okay, we are at Goodwill. This will probably be the last stop for the day because it's already 5 o'clock, and to be honest, I highly doubt that I'm gonna find anything because 1, he's over it, and 2, it's Goodwill. Like, I hardly to never find anything in Goodwill clothing wise. And Goodwill was a flop. This reflection on my face is weird. Yeah, I found 1 pair of shorts. Not that I need any more shorts, I don't. And in fact, the jeans that just chubbed out, I'm going to turn into shorts. So there will be a video coming on how to do that. I have one that was from a long time ago on how to do it, but I think I can do a better quality. He's tired, he's over it, he's ready to go, so we're going to head on home. But the shorts I found in Goodwill were too big, so probably good things I don't need more. And I found 1 pair of jeans. They fit me. Really? Is that so? You know, you could just fall asleep right there. It'd be okay. Just pass out. Has to be in bed. But the jeans had this really weird lining in them. Sorry, I stepped outside because he's not gonna let me talk, and I'm just like tired of trying to talk over a screaming baby. So he's in the car, car's running, AC's going, he's fine. He's gonna scream, he's gonna scream the whole way home. Anyway, the jeans had this weird lining in them. They fit okay, but I don't know, they're just weird. I didn't like them enough to pay for them, so that's a bust. So we're gonna head on home and make dinner, and then I'm sure he'll be happy once we're home and he can play and not be stuck in a car seat. So we'll talk to you a little later on. Hey everyone, it's Friday. I know my eyes are like all watery. Got like a head cold coming on. It like came on me last night, like in the evening, which he was kind of sneezy yesterday. He sneezed on me a lot yesterday, and I think he's got a touch of it too. But it really hit me last night. Though he like, I don't know, he seems like he's full of energy and mostly fine. He just has like a runny nose and he's sneezy. He gets a little crankier faster, but I don't know, he's still like running and playing, and I'd rather be in bed. But I just finished donating plasma. I know you're not supposed to donate when you're sick, but the way my plasma center is working right now is like you get paid $20 in your first visit of the week and $50 for your second, and this is my second. I really don't want to miss out on $50. So I think next week, depending on how I feel, come Monday, I'll probably take next week off from donating. Cause I don't feel good. I just want to sleep. And it's like all right here. Like I took some Mucinex and it really kicked in and helped, which was good because it got me through the donation process. But like all right through here, I just feel congested and like it's putting pressure on my eyes and making my eyes water. I just want to sleep. Anyway, I went to get Levi out of the play center in the donation center. I'm having a hard time thinking. And normally when I walk in there, like he comes running, well not running because he can't walk yet, but he comes crawling for me really fast. And this time he just like looked up and went back to playing. Like there's like a handful of other kids in there. They're mostly a little bit older than him, not by much. And he was sitting in there next to a little girl and a little boy, and they were just like playing, and he had a toy that he was pushing a button on that was making noise, and like he wouldn't have cared if I left. He's like, see you, Mom, you can get me later, like I'm having fun with my friends. So I kind of felt bad, and now I'm kind of like, maybe is he old enough for us to be looking into some kind of like a daycare or something? Like not a daycare, I don't really want him in like a daycare, like preschool. He's too little for preschool, isn't he? But I feel like that social interaction with other kids, like he loves other kids and he loves playing with other kids, and he loves it every time he's in the plasma center and there's other kids. Sometimes I donate and there's like maybe a baby in there or there's nobody. This was the first time I went in there and there was like a handful of kids, like there was quite a bit, and he was loving it. And I don't know, kind of like, should we be looking into a daycare or something? But on the other hand, like this is getting him some social interaction. It's twice a week and it's free, and it's for like an hour. I mean, that's not bad, right? He's a baby. How much does he need? I mean, he, you know, he's an only child, so most of the time he's at home, he plays with himself, plays with us. He's really good at entertaining himself. But I don't know, it just makes me think like, should we be looking into getting him into like programs or something, some activities. We normally do story time. We need to go back to story time. They started it back up like last week. So we'll probably go to story time next week. I'm gonna go home and go to bed. So I think we're gonna finish up our vlog here. Little man is just waking up. We just got back from Wabash. It's Saturday now. Mike had to go get his car, so he drove back home separate, so we took him up there to get his car. Are you going back down? It looks like it. I didn't film a lot yesterday. I had a cold come on me Thursday night, and then I just kicked my butt yesterday, so I pretty much slept most of all of yesterday. What do you, I don't like kisses. Yuck. I hate being licked. So gross. Anyway, yeah, I think we're gonna end the vlog here. Oh, I don't want kisses. Ew. Don't sneeze in my face. You're gross. Stop licking me. Get out of the car. Go home. Anyway, as for all like the freaky stuff that was happening in the house, I don't like talking about that stuff, and I feel like I shouldn't be talking about it. I feel like when you talk about things like that, it just, if there's like an entity or anything, and I know for anybody who doesn't believe in like ghosts and stuff, you're gonna think I'm a whack job. I get that, but I've just had too many experiences in my life not to believe that there are spirits and such. And so I don't like talking about it in my house. That's like my #1 rule, and I broke it yesterday, or not yesterday, but the other day. Just because I feel like either it gives them power, or like it lets them know that you know that they're there, and then they do more stuff. And what was it? Was it Tuesday, or I don't remember if it was Tuesday or Wednesday that all that stuff was happening. But then the next day, like I woke up in the middle of the night and Mike's coming outside. The Johnny jumper was like spinning, and it was really weird, and I found a cabinet door open, but that was the last of it. And then I just haven't talked about it in the house, and we haven't had anything else happen in the past couple of days. But anyway, I think that's gonna end everything for the vlog. Do you want to say hi? I'm ending the vlog for the week.
Hi.
So we'll catch you in the next vlog.